We tend to picture randomness as something that should be neat, balanced, and perfectly scattered. If you see a coin flip heads 5 times in a row, your brain tells you the next one has to be tails. But true randomness is messy, it's clumpy, and the coin has absolutely no memory. The odds of getting tails after 5 heads is still exactly 50-50. The brain is looking for patterns. It hates chaos. So it automatically projects a non-existent pattern onto chaotic events. An example of this is the shuffle button on music apps. Users complained for years that the shuffle feature was broken because it would play the same artist or album twice in a row. It wasn't a mistake. But since true randomness includes those frustrating clusters, companies actually had to adjust the algorithm to make it less random, just so it would feel fair and balanced. Time. We think of it like a river. Constant, flowing, always moving at the exact same speed. So why do we feel time flies by when we're having fun and crawl during a boring meeting? When you're in a routine, your brain is highly efficient. It recognizes the pattern and compresses those repeated moments into a single, quickly filed memory. Less unique information processed means less time perceived. But when you encounter something new, a vacation, a frightening moment, learning a new skill, your brain hits the brakes. It has to record every detail. This explains why childhood summers seemed to last forever, and why your last 10 years feel like a blur. As we age, our life becomes overwhelmingly made of routine. We stop actively recording new, unique data, and the brain compresses the timeline. The same 365 days, 1 year is dense with novelty, and the other is just efficient filing. The brain loves cause and effect so much that it creates connections even when none exist. It sees 2 events close together and instantly builds a story. This happened because that happened. It's fast, automatic, and usually wrong. Complex systems rarely have a single cause, but the brain hates complexity, so it simplifies. Coincidences get turned into patterns. Statistical noise becomes meaningful. Correlation gets treated like causation because the brain is trying to save time by making a quick guess. This was useful when early humans needed to act fast, but today it creates false explanations everywhere, in news, logic, health, and even daily decisions. When it comes to danger, the brain likes to use emotion. Risks that are vivid, like sharks, snakes, or an elevator suddenly dropping, feel huge, even though the probabilities are tiny. Meanwhile, common risks like tripping and falling or unhealthy habits feel smaller because they're boring and familiar. Millions of people are terrified of flying. They think boarding a commercial plane is the most dangerous thing they do all year. Yet, they get into a car every single day without a second thought, and car accidents happen all the time. When you walk into a room, you feel like all eyes are on you. You're convinced that everyone noticed that stain on your shirt or that awkward thing you said 5 minutes ago. Our brain assumes everyone else is thinking about us as much as we think about ourselves. But the truth? Most people are simply too busy thinking about themselves to notice anything you're worried about. We drastically overestimate the degree to which our appearance, actions, and flaws are noticed by others. Think about the last time you obsessed over a slightly embarrassing moment. Maybe you tripped or sent an email with a typo. You replay that moment for days, convinced it defines your image. The reality? The people you interacted with probably forgot it in under 30 seconds. We all know what fairness looks like. We want to be balanced and make sure everyone gets exactly what they deserve. But our sense of fairness is sometimes wrong. It's not that we're selfish on purpose. It's just that the brain's way of judging what's fair is naturally biased toward ourselves. We notice our own effort, time, and struggles much more than we notice other people's. So things feel unbalanced even when they aren't. If you ask everyone in a family, how much of the cleaning do you do? Each person will name a big percentage. often adding up to way more than 100%. Why? Because you notice every chore you do, but barely notice all the small ones others do. It feels unfair, even when the workload is actually balanced. The brain doesn't like missing information. Whenever a detail is unknown, it quietly fills it in using guesses based on experience and expectation. If something didn't get fully recorded, the brain patches the hole with something that fits, and the result still feels accurate. This makes memory feel complete, even when it's not. It also makes stories feel logical, even when pieces are missing. The brain would rather be confidently wrong than admit it doesn't know something. Filling gaps keeps thoughts smooth and continuous, but it also creates errors that feel real. You think you saw a person wearing blue, but your brain actually filled in the color because you didn't pay attention. Your mind created the detail, and you don't realize it.